Well, the brand new ice mining destroyers here, and it's weird. We're going to talk about it. It does change a lot of stuff. The Perseverance. So if you want the best Eve guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now. We've got some math on the screen because I want to start with this. We want to start here. We've done some math for you because the Perseverance is a strange ship. We're going to talk about the fit in just a second. I know there's a lot of stuff on screen. Just hold, pause. Let me talk to you. The Perseverance is a gambling machine because of the bonuses it gets. Let's look right here. It gets double chance to crit, more chance to crit chance, more chance to crit yields. It can only fit ice modules. So with ice mining laser 2s, follow me here, chat, you will get a 5.5% chance to crit. The Coveter and the Endurance get less than 2%. It's like 1.8. They also get 360% with Tech 2 lasers, un-Orca boosted. This means that the Perseverance is a gambling machine. Its base M3 is around 16 M3 with 3 Tech 2s. The Coveter has a base M3 with Tech 1s of 28, and the Endurance has a base M3 of 21 M3. So hear me say this. When you're talking about what ice ship to use, the Coveter and by extension the Hulk are sustained ice. Tons of ice, long-term, but slow, made like bricks, got thick booties, big on-grid investment. The Endurance has one ice mining laser, right? The Endurance has one ice mining laser, so by extension has the smallest amount of chance to crit, just one. So it's not just about the crit chance, it's about how many lasers it has. This has one. The Coveter and the Aldebaran just have 2. So even though they have a similar crit chance to the Endurance, they have 2 lasers. The Perseverance has 3 lasers and a massive crit chance. The Perseverance is a gambling machine, even though it has 16 base M3. If you crit, you can get un-Orca boosted 3 to 4 cubes in one cycle. If you're Orca boosted, you can get 4 to 5 cubes. This is bananas. And the cycle time is shorter because it's a destroyer and because it's not, it's big crits. This is a Winter Nexus machine. So there's the math for you. Let's talk about how to get this ship. Let's erase this math. And we're gonna kind of call out some things while we do this. Ice mining is Omega only. Okay, ice mining is only for Omegas, despite what your, let's call it overview will say. Let me show you what I mean, because it's a little bit confusing, and I actually have a call for CCB Games here. The Perseverance says it's underneath the Omega, but it's not. And CCB Games, you have to move this ship up to Omega only or make like ice mining laser Tech 1s Omega friendly. I don't think that will happen because ice mining has been Omega only and probably will continue to be Omega only for a slew of reasons, industry reasons, or make like a civilian ice miner that's alpha friendly, something like that. This is not an Omega only ship, chat. Do not be fooled. It says can fit ice mining lasers, but the skill requirements, look, to fly a Perseverance is an ice harvesting Omega skill book, rank 1. In order to enter the ship, you must have an Omega skill injected. Only Omegas can do this. This is not an Omega ship. I think this is an oversight, chat. I think it's organizationally something they were trying to do. CCB Games, please fix. At best, it's an oversight. You don't need accusations, people saying you want to sell expert systems. You know what I'm saying? Like, just put it under Omega, put it up with the Outrider. I know it's all green in this line, but people are going to look at this and think someone out there is going to go,
oh, that's an alpha ice mining ship, finally.
And they're going to grind it, they're going to get it, and they're going to go,
what do you mean I can't use this?
Because they're not going to read the fine print. The fine print is the problem. All you have to do is move it up to Omega only. With that said, the Perseverance is very intriguing with its bonuses. Straight ice, no drone bonuses, no shield bonuses, no tank bonuses, just all gas, no break. This, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ice Vegas platform, because as we showed you, it's a crit monster. And let's show you the fit and what this does. First of all, the range on these lasers within 16K, pretty good range. Okay, let's show you the fit, and then we're gonna show you how to get this in just a moment. This is the fit that we have here. We'll show you how to get it a little bit later because there is something to it. So what we have here I don't own it yet because it's all from the reward track, okay? So this ship, we've got 3 ice mining lasers. When you get this, if you're in high sec doing this, I have to kind of take a sec because this ship is so weird because it's so new and there's so many things about this. When you get the ship, if you take it into high sec, make sure you watch this full video because you are going to be #1 gank target. By the end of this, we're going to absolutely have anti-gank tips for you. So just hold, we're gonna talk about it. So first of all, triple ice mining lasers, big crits coming in. Let's look at the stats because we glossed over this earlier. 16 km range. The cycle is down from 5 minutes to 3 minutes and 6 seconds. This is unboosted. Okay, so, every 3 minutes times 3, you can get 3 to 4 cubes. And if you're boosted, you can then get 4 to 5 cubes by the Orca. Big deals. This has a crit chance of 5%. With this being the way it is, you actually have a bigger mining hold than the Outrider. The Outrider has a mining hold of 20. This has a mining hold of 21. That means that you can technically hold more. You could actually fit this for ore or gas, but why? Don't do that. You could, but don't do that. It's just a bad idea. So make sure you have your mining chipset in here because you're gonna be killed so much in this ship. You just got to be careful. Make sure you have your mining chipset to get your boosts. Have a shield on there to get some stuff. Have a good afterburner. You can put a micro warp drive on there too. You could put a drone nav computer on there. The drones are weird. It has the M3 to fit an ice mining drone, but you actually can't use an ice mining drone because of the bandwidth. So it's just strange. So, you could just put you don't even have to have the drone nav computer in there if you don't want. I like to, just because, sure, for the utility sake. Fit some DPS drones in there, fit some ECs, fit some salvage to help your fleet out. Lows are going to be ice harvesters, and I put triple polycarbons here to get your on-grid speed up, and with triple polycarbons, you are sub 4 on the Align, so you can get out pretty fast, and your on-grid speed is up to 300. So this ship is strange because you're going to be using it most likely in dangerous areas of space, because what it's actually for is for areas of space where you have to fit a warp core probe, and then you lose a bit of the, how's it called? Yields, because this ship is nimble. This ship goes where barges can't, and if you want more yields than an endurance, because with the crits, you will get more yields than the endurance over time. So you definitely can use a shield extender too, for sure, totally fine. So this ship is weird. And my call to the community is take this out and go test it. What I think this is going to be used over is the endurance. This is one of the main differences, is that flying the ship is going to be easier than flying the endurance, because even though the endurance is up until this video, it was the premier Tech 1 mining ship. You had to actually fly, you had to get mining frigate rank 5. This was 500,000 skill points. It was like a week or two to train if you're Omega. I think it was like a 9-day train, whatever it was. So you have to be able to train up mining frigates 1 to get in the ships, and then expedition frigates. This ship is like, hey, are you, the Perseverance, are you an Omega? Boom. Do you have mining destroyer skills? Great, you can fly the ship. So if you're an Omega, this is an easier ship to fly than the Endurance, and is a crit machine, but it's still not as good as some of the other barges in terms of yield and all those things. So let's talk about how to get the ship. Because as of this video, the only way to get the ship is the Winter Nexus reward track, and it's the absolute at the end of the reward track. Hear me. I love this, that they're making this like an exclusive ship. It's like the flagship for the Winter Nexus. But not only is this ship going to be expensive, and you should probably keep it in your cargo for some time, you should consider just straight up selling the blueprint grade, because right now the buy orders, this is day 1, are a 60 million ISK in Jeddah, and the Perseverance itself is going to probably go for even more. 150 million on the buy order. So this is going to be a ship that you should consider selling because of how to obtain it, because I guarantee you this ship will be available to the masses within a month or two. And my tinfoil hat is, I think this ship is a shadow of something to come, that this is going to be the next expansion will have something to do with ice. And because they're kind of giving us a bit of an ice teaser, and then in the next expansion, you'll be able to get the BPO for the Perseverance. But right now, it's just the BBC. I have heard nothing. I have heard no, whatever. I think that's something that's going to happen. You know, they don't tell me anything for reasons obvious. Okay, so maybe sell your Perseverance now so that later when the BPO comes out, you're flush some extra cash. Let's talk about some anti-gank tips that you can have when you're flying the Perseverance. The number one thing that you can do when you are ice mining is you want to be able to watch local NBD scanning. And you could even, and I'm telling you this right now, do not go out solo with a Perseverance. Straight up, don't do that. It's just a bad idea. We're going to be taking out the Typhoon fleet in a future video. Just give me a sec, chat. Let me get the Insta Warp off, and then we'll call it a day. What you want to do is you want to keep an eye on local. You want to see if local spikes. But here's a fun one. Here's a fun one. So BPC, Roman, BPO, whatever they choose to do with it, they will choose to do with it what they will. I would sell it now is what I'm trying to say. That's a good point, Roman, actually. That's a good point. Maybe there won't be ever a BPO because it's a faction ship. So consider in this slot putting a ship scanner, ladies and gentlemen. Because what's happening a lot is you're getting, this will let you lock onto a ship, scan the ship, and see what they're packing. Because don't fly the ship solo straight up. You're going to be just a gank magnet. But if you're in a fleet, consider one of your guys fitting a ship scanner. Check out if that Endurance is packing a bazooka, okay? Because a lot of the people are fitting battle ventures, battle endurances, battle procurers, okay? That'll warp scram you, that'll web you, and kill you to be able to do this. And chat, use your best judgment. If you're alone on an ice belt and you're in a dangerous area of space and somebody starts locking you, get out of dodge, have a safe point, watch local, be D-scanning constantly, and consider fitting a ship scanner on not just the Perseverance, but one of your ships so that you can make sure that you can be extra safe. Chat, this is a really weird mining ship. My call to the community is for you to go out, test it once you get it. See what you can do with the ship so that we can have a great time with it. So if you want more Winter Nexus guides, check this playlist right here and sub right here for the best Eve guides. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.